Hi, my name's Amanda. I'm a coach and a channel, and welcome to my Monday Lives with Spirit. I haven't done this in a week. I wasn't able to do this last week, and I was sitting down getting ready for this session today, and I couldn't help but feel excited for it and so happy and grateful to be back doing this. And I think that's a really good sign. I think that that's an indication that, I feel really called to do this. And I am so grateful and excited to share this space with you. And if you feel called to be here with me today, then there's a partnership here waiting for both of us. And there's something in here for both of us. And I cannot wait to explore what that is. So I have a small idea of what this is going to be today, but just to set this up in case you're new here, every single week I go live on YouTube and I channel an experience through spirit. And every experience is a little bit different, but the ultimate purpose behind them is to get you into a practice of navigating and exploring who you are. And in doing so, uncovering new truths, new ideas, new awareness, new sensations, and new possibilities. And it is only through taking the time to explore who you are and what's there, like what is inside of you, what's available, what's waiting for you to discover it. Can you open the door to new frequency, new potential, new possibility, new opportunity, and create shifts in your reality, which always begins from the inside out. And not knowing how to do this is so valid because we haven't been taught how to do that. We haven't been taught how to reflect and navigate who we are with curiosity. It is always something that is done with trepidation and with fear and with a little bit of shame. And doing it with the help of spirit allows them to guide you through it in a way that is a little bit more forgiving and makes the entire experience a little bit less intimidating. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I think that they want to take you on a little exploration to uncover a part of you that you may not have realized was there, or that you have been very subtly avoiding because maybe you sense its presence. And there's something in there that they want you to uncover today. Something new, something unexpected, because it is this part of you that you have been very subtly holding at arm's length that is going to offer you something new, something that cannot come into your life without it. And so it is only through being willing to meet this part, to get in touch with it, to explore something with it and allow it to guide you, that you can really allow for what is waiting to be uncovered there and see where it takes you. So that's what we're going to do today. Hi, Stacy. I'm so glad that you're excited. I'm excited too, and I can't wait to see where this takes us today. I'm so happy that you're here. Hi. So I think before we get started, I just want to channel a little bit of a message about why the hell you should care about this. Which I think is a good point. Why should you care about this? Why should you bother with this? So what do you guys want to say about that? They're saying that you keep asking for help. You keep asking for signs, for clarity, for guidance, for perspective, for intuition. And they're like, here it is. Like, we want to help you explore what's available for you, but we want you to do it with us. It's not, they're like, the way this works isn't that you ask and then we just provide. They really want to begin empowering you to see that this world is of your creation. You are in charge here, not them. And if there's something that you want, it is up to you to ask yourself, what is required of me to get it? And if what's required of you is understanding why you don't yet have it, and what's required to acquire it, to facilitate it, to move towards it, then welcome to this experience, which is going to help provide you with that knowing. Anything else? They're just saying time and patience are ultimately what you are asking for, and it is offered and granted freely through the willingness to provide the space for it. Like what you're asking for isn't something that is just going to materialize out of nowhere. It is something that's going to require time, patience, and energy to foster inside of you so that you learn what's needed in order to access it, create it, materialize it. And that is part of what this, like they're saying, what this dimensional level of reality requires. Um, and also enables. It requires that you participate in it. And it also allows for you to grow and evolve and um, feel like the resourcefulness that is resourced inside of seeing it that way. Because sitting back and asking, send this to me, give this to me, help me manifest this is actually what? They're saying it's not really serving you because it's teaching you that you don't have the critical thinking skills or the resourcefulness or the voice or the power or the potential to go out and get it for yourself. And it's sort of highlighting where you really don't know how to do that, where you haven't like practiced how to do that. And if that feels true for you, then they're saying welcome into an experience of learning how to be more powerfully inside of who you are. And the first step is really turning inwards and beginning to explore, well, what is the disconnect here for me and how can I facilitate a pathway forward that is going to highlight why it hasn't been possible for me up until now or why I have been struggling until now. Cool. Anything else? They're just saying be prepared for honesty because that's what this is going to require of you. And if you're not prepared to be honest with you, then this might not be the experience for you until you're ready for that. Wow. Okay. Okay, that was straightforward. All right. Ready? They're like, "Are you ready?" Yes, I'm ready. All right, gang. I don't know why I said that. So this is your time to get comfortable. Find it like a comfortable place. So ready. Okay, I'm so ready too. This is your time to get comfortable, to make yourself a little bed, in a comfy chair, to decorate your room in a way that feels comforting and relaxing and magical. You can turn off the lights, you can turn off on like a cute little lamp that you might have, you can put on some music, you can light some candles, but ultimately this is an opportunity for you to set the energy for whatever it is that you're looking to experience, they're saying. So if you're not watching this live, then you can pause this and come back when you're ready. And I'm just going to give Stacy a few minutes to get comfortable. And they're just saying they really want to take you deep with this. They're saying you're ready. You're ready to go there. Okay, so when you're ready, close your eyes and just take a big deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And they're just saying they want you to continue to do this consciously, just inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling deeply through your mouth and fully. And every time you take a big deep breath in and you fully exhale, they want you to notice that you get more and more relaxed and more surrendered into this experience. And then it becomes like a small little exercise of prepping the nervous system that I'm about to go exploring inside of you. And I am asking you to settle down, and I'm asking you to get comfortable, and I am asking you to get willing to let go. And just feeling your heart rate slowly slow and ease. And just noticing how your body gradually gets heavier as all of the tension eases. And you just let this experience take over. That in this moment, you don't have to control anything. You don't have to worry about anything because you're going to get out of it exactly what you need. And you can trust that. And they just want to quickly ground you. So they just want you to visualize your spine in your mind going from the base of your skull down through your back, all the way down through your hips to the very base of your tailbone. And they want you to imagine tree branches kind of wrapping around your spine and then just extending down from your spine down through whatever surface is supporting you, whether it's the bed, the floor, or a chair. And these branches intertwine with each other to create roots and a trunk. And they go down through the floor, through the different layers of the building or the house where you are, and then through the floor into the ground below. And extending, roots extending through the earth, all the way down far and wide, anchoring you into Mother Gaia and creating this incredible support system, anchoring your energy, anchoring your sense of self, anchoring your frequency and your vibration, and just feeling your energy getting pulled down, fully grounded. And you're just feeling so solid right now that you're immovable. Nothing can shake you, nothing can perturb you. With you connected to the earth below, you are being supported by Mother Gaia herself. And she is sending her energy, her beautiful love up through your roots, and you're pulling it up through the trunk below you and up through the branches, through the different layers of the earth, up through the floorboards and into your spine, almost like you're sucking up all the nutrients that she's offering you, and it's extending through your spine to every area of your body, filling you with love and light and confidence and empowerment. And in this moment, you're just feeling alive. You're feeling strong, and you're feeling like nothing can shake you, like the most solid tree in the forest. No gust of wind can knock you down. And you're just so confident and so certain and so sure. And I want you to remember that energy throughout this experience, that you cannot be shaken. You can only be, they're saying, revealed. So whatever it is inside of this experience that you meet is being met from this incredible energy of empowerment. You're going to own it. You're going to embrace it and you're going to allow it, knowing that it can't shake you, it can't bother you, it can't hurt you because you're immovable. Now that you're fully anchored, they just want you to return into your mind's eye and to envision this opening in front of you. It's this black hole type of opening appearing inside of your imagination, just a short distance in front of you. And you're just feeling this energy from inside of it beckoning you through it. And it's a loving energy. It is one of intrigue and excitement and exploration and curiosity. So it's not something you fear. It's something that you know is it's a friend, and it's looking to help you and to help guide you and wanting to support you and encourage you. And so you feel compelled to move towards it. And as you move towards this blackness, you feel excitement. You feel this knowing that something is coming, something that you've been waiting for, something that you've been asking for, and you're so excited to find out what it is. And you step inside of this blackness and you just feel electricity, but also relaxation because you know that this is where you're meant to be and you're excited to finally get to experience it for yourself. And you step into a moment in time that slowly begins to materialize for you. It's a memory that maybe you didn't fully remember until this moment, but it reminds you of a moment in time that felt quite different from how this experience has felt until now. You're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. You're feeling a little bit nervous. You're feeling a little unsure. You're feeling very alone. It doesn't seem like inside of this memory you are alone. It feels like there's at least one other person there. And it feels like you are being scolded somehow or spoken to about something. And it just feels like you're being misunderstood. That this person that's speaking to you doesn't understand the full story. And they are speaking to you in a way that doesn't feel good. And maybe their intentions were pure, but they are not taking the time to fully understand what it is that you are trying to express to them. And you're feeling frustrated by that. You're feeling alone inside of that. You're feeling confused. You're feeling hurt. And most of all, you're just feeling unseen and in this moment that this conversation is not happening for your benefit. It's happening because they believe that it's important or that they feel that it's necessary, but you're not really getting much from it. And the lesson they're trying to teach you, or whatever it is they're trying to help you see, all you can think about is, but you don't see, but you don't understand. And they just want you to really fully drop back inside of this moment. And if it takes you a few minutes for this memory to materialize, that's okay. It might have been dug deep down in your subconscious mind, and it just takes a little bit longer for it to fully come back to you. But the feelings are there. The feelings are quick to remember because maybe those feelings have never really gone away. And those feelings are familiar, even if the situation isn't. And they just want you to remember what it felt like to have someone try to scold you or put you in your place, knowing that they're not getting it, but feeling like it doesn't really matter what you say. It's going to go land on deaf ears, that they're not willing to listen. And how often you have revisited that feeling, even though this memory might have been long gone. What it feels like still to this day, to feel like there's so much that you just want to say, but maybe it gets caught in your throat when you try to, or maybe it feels like you're speaking, but no one ever is really hearing what you're trying to tell them, and how it can feel so lonely and frustrating to be so unseen. They're saying it's really important to remember what this feels like for the sake of this exercise. And they're going to explain this in a moment. You're not going to have to be here for very long, but they just want you to get reacquainted with this feeling. They're saying because there's a part of you that feels this way all the time. There's parts of you that you have not been willing to address. And this is what they always feel like, trying to get your attention, trying to get you to understand. But there's a part of you that just isn't willing to hear them out. Maybe because if you did, you would feel embarrassed, you would feel ashamed, and you would try your hardest to pretend that you weren't misunderstanding, because having to admit that you weren't willing to listen is hard. And this whole time you thought you were. You thought you were paying attention. You thought you were being compassionate. You thought you were being understanding. And when you realize that there's been many instances where you haven't been as open and willing as you thought you were, that can be uncomfortable to realize. And maybe that is why this part of you has felt so disconnected from you. Because if you were to give it the time it needed, it would reflect back to you where you were intentionally undesiring of being, undesiring of it, of not being willing to or ready to yet. And in doing that, creating this distance inside of you, creating this separation, and being the cause of those very feelings that came up inside of that memory, feelings that you never wanted to feel again or be the reason for. Where would you like to go from here? They want you to think about something that you are ashamed of inside of yourself, an aspect of you that you just really would wish were different. Even if it's something really small, it doesn't have to be something big, but it's something that you have, for as long as you can remember, been frustrated by inside of yourself. It can be a part of your physical appearance. It can be a way that you show up. It can be something that you do in relationships. It could be ways that you avoid certain interactions or the way that you show up in others. But whatever it is that's top of mind, they want you to envision that part of you right now, because that is the part of you that has been feeling misunderstood. And they're just saying it's time for you to hold space for that part in a way that this person couldn't hold space for you inside of that memory, because you would never want you to feel that way again. And if you have been ever so innocently creating that experience inside of you, they want to show you that there is opportunity to rectify it where that person inside of that memory wasn't willing to. But you get to be the open, understanding, presence within you where you weren't able to receive that previously. And they just want you to stand face to face, almost like you're looking in the mirror at this part of you that you are ashamed of, or that you wish would go away, or that you're frustrated by, so you can see it clearly in front of you. And they just want you to ask yourself in this moment, looking at this part of you, what about this part of you have I not been willing to see before? What about this part of me that I have been so frustrated by and ashamed by have I been unwilling to notice or understand because I've been so busy trying to hide it or get rid of it or be annoyed by it? But what if there's something it's been trying to tell me all along that I have been unwilling to hear? And in this moment, they want you to allow that realization to be felt. Maybe it, you give it the floor for it to tell you itself. Maybe you hear it. Maybe you feel it. Maybe you just know it. But they want you to take a moment to allow that recognition to come through. And as you're receiving that information, they just want you to take a moment to let it land. Receive it with an openness that you were not provided in that memory. Just holding that recognition, letting it wash over you. Maybe it's something you hadn't considered before, didn't realize. Maybe it's something you weren't ready to hear, but they just want you to receive it, even though it feels uncomfortable, because this part of you has been trying to tell this to you, and now it's getting the chance to. And all it's asking for you is to listen. And that's what you're going to do, compassionately, openly, receiving this honesty. And as you receive it, this part of you feels relief because for the first time, they're being seen, they're being recognized, they're being heard, and they're being held with compassion. And they just want you to take a moment and feel that from them. This softness, this relief, this exhale that this part of you is experiencing. Finally, they're listening. Finally, they understand. And they just want you to feel that relief. Feel that openness. Feel that gratitude from this part of you. What you're doing right now is you're integrating. You're integrating this separation or divide that you didn't know was there. And in doing so, you're creating an opportunity for fresh perspective, enlightenment, and change. Because you are allowing for an experience that you couldn't allow before. And there's something else this part of you wants to know. It wants you to know that this thing that you were not aware of about it, that there's opportunity here that you couldn't see because you were so preoccupied with being annoyed and frustrated with it that you couldn't possibly see it any differently. But now that you're willing to hear it out, it wants you to know that there's a pathway an opportunity, a possibility that you couldn't see before. And I want you to give it an opportunity to share that with you now, whatever that looks like. Maybe you hear it speaking to you, telling you what this opportunity is. Maybe you just know what it is. Maybe it comes to you in a visual. Just letting this knowing be received right now. And I just want you to take this and receive it and hold it once more. You don't have to do anything with it. Right now, you're just being an understanding support system. You're receiving insight that you didn't have before. And this insight is coming from within you. It's coming from a part of you. It's coming from an intuition deep inside of you that you couldn't access because you weren't willing to listen. But maybe you now have a little bit of, of insight on a situation in your life or an aspect of your reality or a particular incident or something you're just working through or moving through, or maybe you anticipate working through or moving to in time, and you have an idea about it, a thought about it that you didn't have before. And they just want you to sit there with this. Because with this new awareness, this new insight or perspective, you get to explore what could be possible with it or from it if you were to allow it to guide you. And they just want you to sit there and ruminate on this for a second. If you were to consider this new idea, what opportunity does it present to you? Or what could it present to you if you were to let it? Maybe there's just like some light bulb moment that just went off for you. Maybe there's a conversation that you didn't think to have, or a way to articulate yourself that you didn't think to do before. Maybe there's someone in your life that you didn't consider before, and now you're being asked to look again. Maybe there's a message that you're being asked to send to somebody, or someone that's trying to get a hold of you that you didn't realize was trying to do that. Or maybe there's just this knowing that the direction that you're headed is the right one. And for some reason, it just feels right. And you just know that it feels right in this moment. You don't know why, you just trust that it does. Whatever that insight is, take a moment and hold it. Because when this experience is over and you go back to your everyday life, you might decide to write it off. Yeah, but how much can I really depend on that? Exactly. That is just another way that you are choosing not to see and hear your own inner wisdom. And once again, reflecting back to you where you are not willing to sit and hear and understand you, because this insight is valuable for you. It's coming through to you for a reason. And the reason is because you desire to receive it. There's a part of you that's ready, that's been asking for it. And here it is. So don't be so quick to disregard it. They want you to take a moment and thank this part of you for showing up today, despite how alone it's felt, despite how misunderstood it has felt. It felt empowered to come through today in this moment, to share this experience with you, and to have this give and take of information, of support, of love, compassion, trust, and gratitude. And so this is your opportunity to thank it for being here, to thank it for offering you this fresh perspective, and to allow it to continue to do so, because there's probably more here. There's probably so many more opportunities to have this back and forth with it and allow it to guide you and support you and offer you wisdom. And maybe that's the role that it's been trying to play all along. You just didn't see it that way. And anytime you're looking for more guidance, more insight, more awareness, you know where it exists. You know how to find it, and it's going to be here waiting for you. And the more you do that, the more you take the time to build this relationship with this part, maybe your relationship with it will change. And maybe your relationship with you will begin to feel different. And where you felt misunderstood, unseen, unheard, and unsupported inside of that past experience, you will no longer feel inside of you. And you will get to leave that energy behind and move forward with a different one of feeling whole, one of feeling so much love and gratitude for who you are with this part. Because it's this part that's allowing you to learn how to embrace you through it unconditionally and offer you what you couldn't be offered inside of that memory. Just take this moment, say goodbye to this part of you. Thank it for coming. Thank it for taking the time to explore this energy with you. And take a moment to feel gratitude for yourself and being willing to. And it's feeling that love for you. It's feeling that support from you. And it's thanking you in return. And you're just going to walk back out through that dark hole. And now the energy inside of it feels so much more relaxed, so much more easeful, almost like everything's at peace. And you're going to walk back through that black hole and back into your body, feeling the roots beneath you, pulling your energy down, grounding you back into this present moment. Feeling the energy of Mother Gaia flowing through your body, continuing to suck it up through your roots. Okay, I see you, Stacy. I don't know why that's happening. I'm almost done. I'm just going to finish this. Do you want them to? Very slowly, they just want you to visualize these roots slowly unfolding from your spine, coming down through the earth, almost like Mother Gaia is pulling her roots back to her. It's leaving you with this incredible grounded energy through you, but these roots are slowly being pulled back and down through the earth, back to her core, leaving you just how you were, but feeling grounded and stable and empowered and immovable. And all that's left is you and your energy and your fresh insight and your realization of what to do with it moving forward. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the present moment. And just take this in and sit with this for as long as is needed. And ultimately, it's up to you to choose what you want to do with this information moving forward. If you want to act on it, if you want to sit on it, if you want to reflect on it, and if you want to second guess it. But it's your opportunity to observe how you are with you and how you desire to be moving forward. And if you have any questions about what came through to you, or if you are struggling to receive anything and you would like assistance with it or clarification with it, I'm here and you're welcome to ask. Ask me in the chat, and I'd be so happy to help you. If you enjoy this experience, let me know. If you didn't enjoy it, you can let me know too. Whatever. But I hope that you got out of it what you needed and you know how to come back to it if you want to revisit it for whatever reason. I'm just going to come to the chat. I don't know. I see that for some of you, it was pausing, and for others, it wasn't. Technology. I hope that it's okay now. And I hope maybe, Stacy, if you go back and watch the replay, that it's okay and you can go back to whatever spot you are feeling a little bit stuck with. But I feel like I felt you at one point being like, wait, I'm confused. And that might have been why. You can have it too. I have been thinking about you. You have been on my mind, and I was thinking about reaching out to you. And it's so funny that you're here right now. I hope you're doing well. It's really good to see you and to hear from you. Same here. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Um, Feel free to email me anytime. Like if you want to chat, I would love to. I don't know why I'm feeling called to say that. I've been really feeling like reaching out to you personally. So if that's something that you're open to, I'm open to that too, and we can chat. During the guided meditation, you were saying what I was thinking. I'm not really sure what that means. Um, but I think that we're just like on the same page and just like feeling each other's energy. That's so, so crazy how that happens. Um, Thank you guys for showing up today. If there's anything that I can support you with in the chat, let me know. I mean, I would have a thought, then you'd say the words, I thought, get out, really? Well, that's validating for me because I am channeling this, and I feel like the words that they use to express this stuff is not coming from nowhere. So sometimes I feel like they're very much speaking specifically to the people that are here live, and I do like feel your guys' energy, and I get the impression that they are navigating the experience according to what you're experiencing. So that's so validating to hear you say that from your perspective. Okay, great. I can't wait to hear from you. If I don't hear from you in a few days, I'll just reach out to you. I don't know if your contact information is on your YouTube channel, but if it's not, like, I'll comment on one of your videos or something and we can get in touch, because I don't know. I feel like something is kind of like pulling at me to reach out to you. And I've been feeling like that for a while now, like a couple weeks maybe. So that's really interesting. But it's so good to see you here. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been good. I haven't seen some of your videos in a while on YouTube, so I don't know if you're taking a break from that, but we can talk about that privately if you want. I really enjoyed this experience today. I didn't know what to expect from it. Um, but I was meditating beforehand, and it just became really clear what this was going to be. I just had no idea how it was going to materialize, but it was really powerful and impactful for me personally. So it's something that I might revisit myself in meditation, um, because I feel like I might get a lot from this. And Man, they always know how to facilitate an experience in a very simple way. It's always so simple, but it always feels super impactful at the same time. So I'm always like blown away and grateful about how it unfolds. I've told you you are a master. You are what you are. You flow with source itself. I see you essentially what I'm saying. Aw, that's really sweet. And likewise, Stacy, that was really deep and profound. My phone paused for a bit. I'll check out the bit I missed after. Yeah. I I'm sorry that happened. That's frustrating when you're like in the zone and then it just kind of cuts out. But what? Oh, they're saying something about that. They're saying like it like the last part or whatever part cut out wasn't needed, that you got out of it already what was needed. So don't worry about it. Don't rush back to it. If you're feeling called to revisit it, you can. But for the most part, you got out of exactly what you needed. So just a little bit of validation there for you. And they're saying that she knows what we're talking about. Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys would like to say to wrap this thing up? How would you like to wrap this up today? They're just saying thank you for coming and being so open and being so willing to have a vulnerable experience with them and with you. And they're inviting you to have many more of them in time, but allow for this experience to integrate and to reveal more as time goes by, because this is something that um, will begin to be top of mind for you in a way that you might not have anticipated. It we're so used to like nitpicking over certain parts of ourselves, and it's something that like comes up in our thoughts more often than we realize, but we're always doing it from the same perspective, which is go away. I hate you so much. I wish you weren't here. I wish you would disappear. I wish I could change you. I wish I could fix you. I wish I didn't have to deal with you. And and it is not conducive to what we're actually trying to access, which is peace. And peace cannot come from like the unwillingness to let it in and feel it. And so now every time you catch yourself nitpicking over whatever this part of you is, you will second guess your desire to and be more open and more willing and more understanding. And that in and of itself is big, because you're opening the door for a completely different experience of you, and one that will facilitate change in a way that you haven't been able to previously. I knew a message was coming. All good, sweet. I do think I got what I needed. Perfect. Just that you're awesome, and I'm sorry I was late. Also, your devotion is awe-inspiring. Keep going, keep going. I love it. Keep going, keep glowing, keep flowing. That is so cute. And you know what? That word flowing is really meaningful for me right now. I'm going through some stuff where flow is like a big like focal point. So really interesting that you use that term, and that speaks to your own divine channel as well. So thank you for sending me that message. That is very impactful for me. Do I get your email from your website? Yeah, you can go to my website, amandalaurenblau.com. It might also be linked on my YouTube, like on the front page of my YouTube. If not, you can just get it from my website. But I'll keep an eye out for your email, and we'll keep in touch. Okay. If there's nothing else I can support you guys with, let me know. Um, yeah, same here. But I'm glad I decidedly allow to accept and flow. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen you were live. Yeah. I'm so glad you did. And if you hadn't, I probably would have reached out at some point this week because it's been so top of mind for me. It's crazy. All of a sudden, out of nowhere. So if you hadn't popped in here, then I probably would have reached out. So we would have connected either way. We would have followed the flow and connected either way. Oh, I missed this. I couldn't do this last week, and I was just dealing with other things. I just couldn't make it happen, and I'm so glad that I was able to today, and that I can get back on track with this because connecting with you guys is truly what I do this for. Quite frankly, it's just your energy is incredible, and I so value you. You have no idea. And I'm so glad that we could connect, the three of us today, and have this experience together. Okay. I guess I'll call that for today, unless there's anything that you want to shoot the shit about, chit chat about, or if there's any questions that you have for me. Okay, I'm sending you guys both love, so much glowing and flowing energy. And if you're watching the replay of this, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how this went for you, what came up for you. If you were met with any challenges with this experience, or if you find that any of these experiences are particularly challenging for you in some regard, let me know. I really enjoy hearing feedback, even if it's not like sprinkles and stars and rainbows and butterflies, because it it allows me to know how to do things a little bit differently moving forward, or how to facilitate a teaching moment that's going to be helpful for both you and me. So I welcome any and all comments and feedback, and with an open heart and with compassion. I don't take it personally, and I'm truly just doing this to become better, to become a better teacher. So help me become a better teacher by telling me how to be better, ultimately. You could come up with some questions. Okay. Do you want to ask them now, or is this something that you want to do by email? And I understand that, like, showing up on these lives and commenting in the chat with personal questions is a very vulnerable experience, and I totally understand that, and it's not for everybody. So you can always, and I'm talking to anybody watching this, you can always email me privately and ask, or DM me on Instagram at Amanda Lauren Blau, and I would be happy to talk to you in a more private setting. If you want to be better, just keep being yourself. That's so cute. It's true, though. It's so true. Like, the best version of ourselves is always the most, um, what's the word I'm trying to, always the most, they're saying intimate, but like the most um, truthful version, like the version of ourselves that we just show up and be without feeling like we have to navigate or put on a mask or show up as our best self, but when we're just feeling at ease and we can just flow, that is usually when we become the most magnetic. I'm wondering about that room you are in. Did you just move in, or are you just that clean? Okay. Yes. Well, we moved in like a year and a half ago. If you saw, let me see if I can turn the screen, because there's mess that you just can't see. So behind me is clean, but it's clean because I don't have furniture yet. So I moved across the country a year and a half ago, and we moved from Michigan to California. And when we did that, we sold all of our things before we moved because it was just easier. So we came with very little things. And so it just looks clean because I don't have anything. Like, I don't have any furniture, but I made sure that I brought my crystals So I didn't leave my crystals in Michigan. I brought those because those were important to me. But everything else, I just have to go shopping for things. Like I would like to have like like a nice chest back there or like I want to put up some photos on the walls. I just haven't done it yet. So that's why it looks clean and empty, but it's not by design. It's because I don't have anything to put in the room yet. Oh my god, you've wondered? Oh my god, you guys are thinking I'm this minimalist. I'm not. I don't have any stuff. Still sleeping on a mattress on the ground. I don't have a bed frame. Like I don't have any furniture. I have a kitchen table and chairs and like a couch. But that's it. Like we have to go shopping and slowly over time buy furniture for this house. But and that's actually this is so funny because we just had a conversation earlier today that this weekend we're going to go furniture shopping. So in time, this room will look more and more cluttered. But right now, you just can't see it. There's clutter like right here off to the side, and then there's clutter behind the camera, and then there's clutter over here too. There's just boxes on the ground, and I got a new computer, and I never threw that box out, and there's wires everywhere. You just can't see it. That's so funny. Where in California are you? I think we've had this conversation before. I think you're closer to LA. I'm in San Diego. No, my home does not look like a museum or a hospital, but it is quite empty. I don't have a ton of furniture right now. Um, just because I'm waiting to find things I like. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think we had this conversation before. I did think I knew that you were in California. Um, yeah, let's connect by email and we'll talk about that. That's funny. Okay, guys. Aw. I'm sending you so much love. I was in LA now the last 2 months. I just moved to Manistee. So weirdly enough, I'm really close to you. What are the odds? Well, you know what I'm going to say about that. I don't think it's coincidence. I don't. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to talk to you. We'll discuss this in more detail. But I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live. It's always nice to have someone in the room with me. Otherwise, I feel like I'm talking to just like the essence of just people that I don't know who they are, that I know are just going to watch us eventually. But it's really nice to actually be speaking to someone that I can visualize in my head and that is present with me. So I'm sending you all so much love. And if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear from you. I'm sending you love as well. And have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the next episode of guided experiences with spirit. I still don't have like a good name for this, so it's just experiences with spirit or whatever I feel like saying in the moment. But just, you'll see me on Wednesday is really what I'm trying to say. Have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you soon. Bye.